A person gave 20% of his income to his elder son, 30% of the remaining to the younger son, and 10% of the balance he donated to a trust. He is left with 10,080. His income was. So his income, let the income be 100x. Okay, 100x. So in that he he gave his elder son 20%. 20% if he return means 80x now the remaining. Of the remaining 30%, what is 30% of 80? 24. If it is given now, he is left with 56x. In the 10% of the balance he donated to a trust, 10% is 5.6. So 10%, 5.6 if it is reduced, it becomes 50.4. 50.4x. This is nothing but he is left with. Let's see, he is, according to the parts, it is 50.4x. According to the number, it is 10,080. Then his income is 100x. Now, if you see this, let it be 504. 504 2s is 1008. And a point was there. 504 20s. But decimal is there. So 504 200s. So 10,000 into 200, like 100 by, or at a time write 1000 by 504. Because to eliminate the point, numerator and denominator should be multiplied by 2. Ones, 20s, 20,000. Next. A man spends 75% of his income. His income is increased by, okay, first of all, income, expenditure, saving. Let the income be 100. Spends in the sense expenditure 75, then savings will be 25. His income increased by 20%, means it become 120. He increased his expenditure by 50%, 15%. Obviously, if our income increases, also our expenditure will increase 15%. 75%, 75 into 15% means increase. So 115 by 100. 25 3s, 25 4s. 345 by 4. 4 8s, 32. 4 6.25. So 86.25. Then his savings will then be. Now savings is nothing but income minus expenditure. That is what we did here. I got savings as 25 because 100 minus 25 is equal to 25. Now 120 minus how much? 34 is 86. But 33.75. 33.75. His savings will be then increased by, means from 25 to how much it increased? 8.75 by 25 into 100. From where it increased? So 25. So 25 should be in the denominator. 25 ones, 25 4s. Now 4 into 0.75 is 3. 4 8s, 32. 32 plus 3, 35. 35%. Next. A man spends 60% of his income on different items. His income is increased by 20%. And his expenditure is also increased by 10%. Find the percentage increase in savings. Same as the previous question. Income, expenditure, saving. Income 100%. In that 60% is spent, so 40% savings. His income is increased by 20%, so 120. And his expenditure is also increased by 10%, so 66. Find the percentage decrease in savings. So now what is the savings amount? 54. Have we did any mistake? A man spends 60% of his income on different items. His income is increased by 20 and his expenditure is also increased by 10%. No, it will be 54. Actually, it should be not decreased, it should be increased because from here to here increased. How much increased? 14 over 40 into 100. 0 0 got cancelled. 2 2s, 2 5s, 2 1s, 2 7s, 7 5 is 35. 35 got increased, but none of the option is not there. Find the percentage of decrease in the savings. So it is not correct. So 35 should be the answer. Then if the total monthly income of 16 persons is 80,800 and the income of one of them is 120% of average. First of all, total monthly income of 16 persons is 80,080. Then average is equal to 8800 by 16. 5050 average. Then income of one of them is 20%. Then his income of one person, a person is equal to 120 by 100 into 5050 0000 6060. Next, Mukesh has twice as much money as Sohan. Sohan has 50% more than Pankaj. If the average money with them is 110, then Mukesh has. So Mukesh has twice as much money than Soham. Soham has 1%. So first Mukesh, Soham, Pankaj. Let Pankaj be X. Then or otherwise let us take 3x. 50% more than even number if you take, it becomes, if you take 2x. Now 50% more than Pankaj. What is 50% of 2x? X. 50% more means it becomes 3x. Sohan becomes 3x. Then what they are saying, if Soham is 50%, Mukesh has twice as much money as Soham. So twice and 6x. Now if the average money with them is 110, average means all three divide by 3. Divide by 3, if I transpose to the right hand side, 110 into 3. Then Mukesh has means 6 parts. 6 parts is how much? Well, 6 plus 3 plus 2, 11 parts. 11x is 110 into 3. Then Mukesh, 6x is how much? 6x by 11 into 110 into 3. 11 tens. 180. 180 is the amount. Next. Two numbers are in the ratio 2:3. If 20% of the smaller number added to 20 is equal to the sum of 10% of the larger number and 25, then the smaller number is 20% of the smaller number is 2 added to 20 is equal to 10% of the larger number is 3. X, because they are in the ratio 2:3. When ratio is removed, 2x and 3x and 25 it seems. Now bring x to one side. 20 of 2x, 10 of 3x. So 20% of 2x minus 10% of 3x will give 5. 20% of 2x means 1 by 5, or otherwise 20 into 2 by 100x minus 10 into 3 by 100x is equal to 5. 40 by 100, 30 by 100 will give 10x by 100 is equal to 5. Then x is equal to 500 by 10 is 50. Then the smaller number is, we got x. Out of 2x and 3x, smaller number is 2x. So 2 into 100 is 100. Sorry, 2 into 50 is 100. The expense on rice, fish and oil of a family are in the ratio 12:17:3. The prices of these articles are increased by 20%, 30%, 50%. But 20% increase means 120. So 12 into 120 by 100 is to 17 into 50% means 150 by 100. Sorry, 130 and 50%. So 3 into 150 by 100. Now this is 30. Everywhere 100 got cancelled. 10 10 10 got cancelled. It becomes 144. My 17 13s. These both are called conjugate numbers. See the unit digits of these both numbers, sum is 10 and both starts by the same number. These are called conjugate numbers. 3 into 7 21. Then successor 1 common. So 1 successor is 2. So 221. Then 3 15s 45. The total expense of family on these articles are increased by the expense on rice. The expense on rice, fish and oil of a family are in the ratio. Okay, the prices of these. Okay, the total expense of family on these articles are. Now before it is how much? 2032. Now it is. All this go by? No number it won't go. So add up all this. 144 plus 221, 365. 365 plus 45, 410. Increased by. First of all it is 32. By 32 into 100. How much increased? Oh my god, it is the biggest number. Okay, let us check. 10 minus 2, 8. 3, 7. 378 by 32 into 100. Here. 32. 3 times, but no number is there here. The total expense of family on these 3 articles are increased by. The price of these articles are increased by. Okay, let us come for this question at the end. Means if any question, if you are not getting an idea, then leave it and go for the last. The bus fare and train fare of a place from Kolkata were 20 and 30 respectively. Train fare has been increased by 20% and the bus fare has been increased by 10%. The ratio of new train rates. Bus fare and train fare are in the ratio 20 and 30. Train fare has increased by 20%. Means 10% is 3, 20% is become 6, so 36. And the bus fare has increased by 10, means 22. The ratio of the new 11 is to 18. But what they are asking? Train fare to bus fare. So 18 to 11. So 18 to 11. Be careful. Then the ratio of the number of boys and girls in this school is 3 is to 2. If 20% of the boys and 25% of the girls are scholarship holders, then the percentage of the students who do not. So these type of questions, take the ratio as, multiply this ratio by 100 or 200. It becomes easy. Suppose if I multiply by 100, it becomes 300 and 200. What is this? Boys and girls. Boys, girls. 20% of the boys and 25% of the girls got scholarship. Means who didn't get? 80% didn't get and 25% didn't get. Means 75% didn't get. Now the percentage of the students who do not get, zeros cancelled, 240, zeros cancelled, 150. So total 390 out of 300 plus 200, 500 into 100. Now if you say this, in the denominator if it is 1000, means 780 by 1000 into 100. It becomes easy to calculate. 78% of the students who didn't get scholarship. Two numbers A and B are such that the sum of 5% of A and 4% of B, 5 by 100 of A plus 4 by 100 of B is 2 by 3, 2/3 of the sum of 6% of A and 8% of B. Ratio of A and B. Okay, transpose 3 to this side. Everywhere 100, 100, 100, 100 get cancelled. 3. 15A plus 12B is equal to 12A plus 16B. Then 3A is equal to 4B. So A is to B is equal to 4 is to 3. 4 is to 3. A sample of 50 liters of glycerin is found to be adulterated to the extent of 20%. Means 20% is out of 50, 10%. Means out of 50, 40 is glycerin, 10 is impurity. 10 liters is impurity. How much pure glycerin should be added to it so as to bring down the percentage of impurity to 5%? Actually, see, impurity is 20%, means pure is 80. That ratio is 4 is to 1. We need to bring down the percentage of impurity to 5%. Impurity to 5% means glycerin must be 95. 95 means it becomes 19 is to 1. So 19 is to 1. How much glycerin should be added? How much it is added? 15 parts. How much? 15 parts to be added. Actually 4 is to 1. Total how much? 5 parts is 50. 5 parts is 50 liters. Then 15 parts will be into 3 into 3. So 150 liters. One type of liquid contains 20% of water and the second type of liquid contains 35% of water. A glass is filled with 10 parts of first liquid and 4 parts of second liquid. The water in the new mixture in the glass is, so 20% water, one type of liquid. So liquid 1, 20% of water means water is 1 and the other any some impurity or something. And 20% means other is 80% means 1 is to 4. Then liquid 2, water 35% means other impurity must be 65 means the ratio is 7 and 13. So what they are asking is, a glass is filled with 10 parts of first liquid and 4 parts of second liquid. First, the water in the new mixture is, a glass is filled with 10 parts of first liquid. Water is of how many parts? 1 part out of 5 into 10, because 10 parts of the first liquid, plus here it is 4 parts of the second liquid. So water 7 by 20 into 4 parts. So now 5 ones, 5 twos, 4 ones, 4 fives. 5 how many times it goes? 1.4. So 2 plus 1.4 is 3.4 out of 14 into 100. What is this 14? 10 parts, 4 parts, total 14 parts. So 1.7 by 7 means 170 by 7. How many times? 2 times, and the remainder is 30. 8, 2 by 7. 28, 2 by 7 is there. 170. 7 to 14, 30 remainder. 7 4s, 28, 2 by 7. 24, 2 by 7, the last one. 15 liters of mixture contains alcohol and water in the ratio 1 is to 4. If 3 liters of water is mixed in the percentage of alcohol, so mixed it. No, if 3 liters of water is mixed in it, the percentage of alcohol in the new mixture is, the alcohol percentage in the new mixture they are asking. Okay. So first of all 15 liters means 5 parts is 15, then each part is 3 liters. 3 and 12. Now newly water is added 3 liters. So it becomes 15. 3, 15. The ratio is 1 is to 6. 1 is to 6. Or simply 5 parts is 15. 1 part is 3 liters. You see that we are adding 3 liters means 1 part. 1 part of water is added means 1 is to 4 now become 1 is to 5. But this is actually 5. Now they are asking alcohol in the new mixture. Alcohol is 1 part. This is water. Total mixture is 6 parts. Alcohol is 1 part into 100 will be 16 2 by 3. Second option. 20 liters of a mixture contains 20% alcohol and the rest water. 20% of alcohol and the rest is water means 4. If 4 liters of water be mixed in it, but total 20 liters. 5 parts is this 20 liters, then 1 part is 4 liters. We are adding 4 liters means how many parts? 1 part we are adding. If 4 liters of water is added means it becomes 5 parts, and alcohol we didn't add it, so it will be 1. The percentage of alcohol in the new mixture will be percentage of alcohol in the new mixture is 6 parts 100, so it is again 16 2 by 3 percentage. Then price of milk has increased by 20%. To keep the expenditure unchanged, the present consumption is to be reduced by the price of milk has been increased. To bring back the same, what we need to do, increase means 20 by 100 plus 20 into 100. This is the process. 21 is 26. Again 16 2 by 3 percentage. Remember this, somewhere it will help you. Then next, the price of commodity rises from 6 to 7.5, 6 rupees to 7.5. If the expenditure cannot increase, the expenditure of, so the percentage of reduction consumption, same as previous question they told directly 20% increase, but here what increased is not given, but in terms of amount it is given. 6 rupees to 7.50 means how much it increased? 1.50 over 6 into 100. So now how many times it is? 0.25 means 25% increase. To bring back 25%, what should I do? 25 by 125 into 100, because 100 plus 25. 25 ones 5, 5 ones 5 20s, 20%. So this is how we solve the questions. Okay, and we'll go on with that question which we left. What is the question we left? Yes, this question. So one more time we'll see about this. The expense on rice, fish and oil. The initial expense are 12, 17 and 3. Then if I add this it becomes 32. Then each is increased by 20, 30. How much it becomes? Now if I increase 20% of 12 into 120 by 100, it becomes 26 25s. 12 6 72, 72 by 2 14.4. That's what the mistake we did. It becomes 14.4. Then 30% of 17 into 130 by 100, 0 22.1. Now 50% is 4.5. Add all this. 5 plus 1 plus 4 10, 1 carry. 4 plus 2 plus 2 11, because 1 carried. Then 2 plus 1, 3. It becomes, add it, 20, 26.6, 26.6 and 14.4. 41, not 31, 41. 4, 41. Now 32, this is total 32. From 32, it increased by 9. So 9 by 32 into 100. What is that percentage? 4 8s, 4 25s. 9 25s, 225 by 8. How many times? 8 to 16, 6. 8 8 64. 28 1 by 8. 28 1 by 8, the last option. Okay. Hope you understood.